Hi guys, welcome to my messy sewing room. I'm here to show you how to fold your fabric. The best thing that you can do while you're watching this video is also have open the document that explains how to fold your fabric. So just follow along while I'm talking. I'm just going to talk you through each of those bullet points. So the first thing that we need to understand is that when you go to fold your fabric, you're going to be folding it in half at least once. And the reason we do that is that it's more efficient to cut out your pattern pieces with your fabric folded, because as you cut, you're going to cut two things at the same time. So most of the things that we sew in this class, we need two of, right? Like we need two arms and two legs. So if we cut them out on folded fabric, you only have to cut it once. Plus you'll probably be more accurate, and those pattern pieces are going to match up way better than if you had cut them separately. Okay, so a couple of things that we need to know. The terms are selvage edge, lengthwise grain, crosswise grain, and bias. So I'm going to show you the selvage edge first. So luckily on this piece of fabric, it's pretty easy to tell that this is the selvage edge. Right now I can tell because it is a different color, but also it's neatly woven and it's a finished edge. There's no raw edges, and if I apply pressure to it, it doesn't come undone. Whereas on this side of the fabric, you can see it's a raw edge, or I call it the cut edge because that's the side that I literally cut when I took the fabric off the bolt. And if I apply pressure to it, I'm going to pull it apart almost completely. I could just keep going. The selvage edge is on this side, and it's on the opposite side of the fabric as well. So there's another selvage edge. So those are my two selvage edges. And that means that this side right here is my cut edge, and here's my cut edge on the other side. And I literally cut this one not that long ago with a different pattern. So that's my selvage edge. My selvage edge runs parallel with the lengthwise grain. So the fabric, or the threads that are going this way on the fabric, is called the lengthwise grain. And when I pull on it, you can see it's not very stretchy. However, my crosswise grain runs parallel, or excuse me, not parallel, perpendicular to the selvage edge. And when I put pressure on that, take a look at that. It's really stretchy. Finally, my bias grain, which is not an actual grain, it's just a 45-degree angle across my fabric. If I do that, you can see it's super stretchy. Okay, so what that means for you is that when you go to put your pattern pieces on your fabric, you can't just lay them anywhere. You have to pay attention to the grain. That's because when you make your pajama pants, you want them to fit around you and be stretchy around your body. So when you move and stretch, it stretches with you. Otherwise, if you do it wrong, you might end up with a wedgie all day long. So we want to be careful with that. So there you have it. Those are our four terms. If you scroll down to the bottom part, what I'm going to have you do in this activity, I'm not going to tell you all the answers actually in this video. I'm going to have you figure it out. I want you to take your fabric for your project and try to get the four folds listed below. The lengthwise fold, the crosswise fold, the double fold, and the partial fold. And your goal is to read the description now that you know what a selvage edge is, the lengthwise grain is, the crosswise grain is, and get those to be folded the correct way. If you have it and you think you've got it right, call me over, and pretty quickly I can tell just based on where your selvage edges are if you've got it correct. So challenge yourself to that. It's easier if you work with a partner, so grab someone to help you. Good luck.